Alright, so I started planting another field. I just got it worked up. It was a little rough, so before I worked it up, so I couldn't really video. That's what I got all planted yesterday. And this is what I'm planting today. Look, no hands. Had to go over to there. And then the front field where you can see the sludge tractor. That'll be the last field. So it's coming along pretty good. It's supposed to get rain Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. I don't think it's gonna be a lot, just chance of showers and stuff, so it's not gonna be too bad. Hopefully we can get this done tomorrow, the front field, and I can get it planted and take the tractor and put it in the barn before the rain comes. That would be nice. I hate getting the planter sitting out in the rain, getting it wet, especially with seed in it. So I'll keep you updated. Alright, well, here's the corn. I planted April 6th. I just sprayed Roundup on it today. I had some little grass coming up in it, little weeds here and there. That'll take care of that. But as you can see, it is growing, as Duggo would say. He's the only one I like off Larson Farms, Duggo. But it looks real good. Now this corn right here sat in the ground for 3 weeks before it ever came up. I thought I was totally fucked actually. But it sat in there for 3 weeks, and as you can see, it's just as full all the way back. All the way. Except for that little, where's my finger at? Right here is where we had the manure. That's why it's a little, seems like you can't ever get nothing to grow in manure if you have it on the ground and you spread it. But it's there, it's just real small. But it looks good. I mean, them back fields all the way by the woods, and the deer where I put that cake on there, they will not come out in this field. And them back fields, I've never had corn that tall. It's taller than this front field is. Than all these fields are when I sprayed it. And I put some Liberty, or what was it, Radiant on there today too. And that's really going to help it. It's going to turn it on big time. But it looks really, really good. Now when a little bit of grass that's in it dies, you're going to really see this corn just take off. Very, very happy. I mean, looks really, really good. Really good. I mean, just, there's the manure. Little manure pile I had over there too. Corn's there, it's just small. It'll come, but it looks really good. I'm very happy, very tickled. Everything looks good. Everything looks good. Who says corn can't make it through 3 frosts? Now I did have some frost damage on this inside row right here. And my agronomist said it's because the frost was on the yard so much, and being this row was closer, that I guess it got some of the coldness, but off further out there was none. Excuse me. Now as you can see, he came out here and looked at it, and he said it's gonna make it. As you can see, there's some frost damage, but he said these are gonna be the bottom leaves, and if you can see inside there, everything's healthy. He pulled some up. He said basically it's under the ground that matters. The top stuff, if you see it burnt, it won't, that doesn't matter as long as it's alive under the ground, and it'll continue to grow and unravel. He said these right here are the bottom leaves actually, and as you can see, it just keeps unraveling all the way up as it comes. But it was just this inside row, but I mean, look, it's made it. You can see it clearly. That inside row. Perfect. It's come back already. But that corn is good looking. I'm very, very happy. All of our corn is good looking. But this right here is my trial farm. This is the 75-day corn. This is the 75-day corn. It's 0075. No, that's the 100-day corn. It's 7529 Pioneer. That's what this is. I have to look at my book. I had so many different numbers and varieties I planted this year. But this 75-day corn, it's more of a North corn is what they were telling me, and it holds up to cold weather very well. but it's really, 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 really good. It looks good, and it stayed in the ground 3 weeks before it even sprouted. And I thought I really screwed up, and it's come up. And once it came up, it went through 3 frosts, and it's lived. It looks really, really good. And this is a farm that I'm going to be planting soybeans on. I'm going to plant the corn, harvest the corn, and plant soybeans. He said if I can get the corn off right around July 25th to August 1st, he said I can plant some 3.7s, plenish, because I got 4.2s and 4.6s. And I was going to plant my salesman said plant 4.6s because he likes a longer season bean. He thinks it would do better, but I have the 4.2s. I was thinking about them, but then the agronomist, he come out here. He looked at all of our corn, and he said plant the 3.7 plenish because we plant all plenish beans because they're high oil and we get paid a lot more for them. And they were our best yielding bean last year. And he said plant the 3.7, so I'll probably trade them back some of the 4.2s and get some 3.7s. And he said that it would work. And he said just try to have it off by August 1st. And he said this corn right here, when it gets up, it dries down quick. And he said when it dries down, get it out. Probably run the turbo till over it. He said just do an inch deep just to cut the stalk and all the stalk matter up, so when you plant the beans they can come up good. And but that's what the plan is. And this stuff is growing. I mean, this last week it has turned on big time. Looks good, and I hope that it does it, because if it does it, and this is some of the heaviest ground we have, and here's my brother out, but this is some of the heaviest and coldest ground we had, and this corn still survived. I mean, like I said, I didn't think that it was going to make it, but if it does it this year, then you can count on a lot more of this going in, a lot more land next year, so we can do more beans. If it'll work out to where I can get this 57 acres off and get beans on here and get them off and have a decent yield. I'm not expecting to have record yields on both crops, I know that, but if I can have decent yields, I mean, we really made out on this one farm. And if it works, and I planted April 6th and it survived, I mean, it was cold and it made it, then you're going to see several hundred acres go into this corn next year, so I can get double crop beans off of it. And I mean, it's going to be a game changer for our farm, I think. Things like that, getting 2 crops, good crops off of the fields, off of certain farms like this, I mean, that'll help pay for equipment, irrigation, some grain tanks, a dryer later, not all at once. But if you can start doing quite a bit of your land and get the 2 crops off instead of 1 crop, then you made it. But they say, every year's different, but this year right here was very different. I mean, it was cold. I mean, it was cold up until this week. We just had the frost last week, the last frost. So if I can get, so next year, I mean, I'm not worried about the frost anymore, the cold weather, because this corn can hold up. And if we can get it done, it's going to be a big difference for our farms. I mean, a really big difference. I'm very excited to see how this works. So we'll try it, and you guys will be along for the ride. I'll show you the stages, and you'll be right here with me to see if it works or not. So anyway, if you liked the video, make sure you subscribe. It's free. Give me a thumbs up if you want. If not, don't give me a thumbs down. Just don't even watch this shit. So anyway, all right, everybody have a good one. I'll keep you updated.